How's practice?
Good. I think, offensively, I can't really speak for the defense, but we've put a couple good weeks together, and this week was just like these past couple weeks. Good on Tuesday, working, gets kind of more base looks and then kind of getting things going a little more on Wednesdays, but so far 2 good days in the books.
James Franklin said that after practice, crowd noise, he gets a headache. So how are you feeling right now?
Yeah. It's actually funny you mentioned that. I have this weird ear thing where my ear starts making this weird noise when there's really loud noises. So that's just going on all practice. Yeah. But it's good work, and I'm honestly excited to go into Iowa and see the atmosphere that those guys have, because when we're in Beaver Stadium, everyone says Beaver Stadium is the greatest atmosphere in college football, but that's always for us. Yeah. So it's interesting to go to places like Ohio State, like Iowa, and kind of be in those similar atmospheres but be on a different side of it.
What did your left ear? Is that the one that's the issue?
Yeah, it's the.
Is that harder making calls because that's closer to where Trace is and the guards?
I don't know if I do this purposefully or not, but every time he makes a call, I always lean in like that and turn. Maybe that's because I hear better out of this ear. I don't know, but.
How much of it is kind of second nature, though? Because Coach said you're listening to this kind of music, not the specific stuff, but that loud throughout camp.
Oh yeah, it's pretty normal at this point. That's something Coach Franklin started doing a lot more this year than in years past. Whereas in years past it was specifically, okay, we're going to this place, let's crank up the music all week. Whereas now, even during camp, if it's competitive periods, good on good, ones on ones and stuff like that, he'll crank the music. So that's something he's been doing now, not just specifically going into opponents that have kind of a good atmosphere, a loud atmosphere. That's something he does more often.
Do players get a say in music during camp? Because it seems like it's kind of an older...
Well,
for
for a long time it was solely rap music, and then some of the white guys were like, "Yo, can we get White Boy Wednesday?" So they put in White Boy Wednesday, and then everyone's like, "I don't understand why the white guys get a day and we don't." So then we put in Throwback Thursday and Turn Up Tuesday and Salsa Saturday for Steve Gonzalez and all types of things like that.
Is it surreal about not the way things are coming out, but you only have what, 4
It is, just because it's crazy how fast time flies. When you come in as a freshman, every fifth-year senior is man, time just flies by, and you're like, I doubt it when you're a freshman, but really it does. And it's crazy to think, that 3 years ago I was playing my first games in Beaver Stadium, kind of around this time. But so it's crazy how time flies, and just all the things you learn throughout your career, all the relationships you make. That's the huge thing. So it is surreal. It's bittersweet because you're excited to move on to the next chapter of your life, but this place is home to a lot of guys that stay here for this long. So it's hard. It's bittersweet to leave.
Andrew, how much better do you feel now this week compared to 2 weeks ago when you were getting ready for Pitt in your first game?
Yeah, definitely feel better. There's always kind of ups and downs when you're coming back from injuries and stuff, but I'm feeling good this week, and I have to give it to the trainers and the coaching staff, like I said after the Pitt game, is they've been doing a great job just listening to me. I try to listen to my body and kind of tell that to them, and they help me out in all the ways that they can to get me the most prepared for the games.
Are you 100%?
Yeah.
We've heard a lot about Yetur over the last couple of weeks. We got to see you go up against him today in practice. Where have you seen the most growth from him kind of going up against him over the last, say, month or so?
Honestly, probably just his knowledge of defensive scheme is probably the biggest thing. Yetur came in, and he was that kid that every play was a pass rush. Didn't matter if it was 1st and 10, didn't matter what it was. He was just pass rushing every play, and it's he showed a lot of his athleticism that way, because when it was 3rd and 10, he torqued it up on guys. Some of us, the first team guys, me, Bates, Chaz, all those guys, and he proved that he's going to be a great player, and there's no doubt about that. But that's the biggest thing is, even that was true for me my freshman year when I came in, is the coaches are all excited about your ability, your athletic ability, your potential, but you don't really understand what you're doing. And that's kind of where he's starting to take steps, which is going to be a problem for guys eventually.
We hear sometimes with coaching staffs where they say that, if a guy doesn't practice a certain amount of times during the week, he can't play on Saturday. How have you kind of worked out a thing with Coach Franklin, or just kind of trust that you're going to...
Yeah, I mean, I have to thank Coach Franklin for the fact that he trusts me enough that I have enough experience under my belt at this point, with all the games that I've played in the years that I've been here, that he trusts me, and he is like, hey, I want to listen. We'll listen to your body, and you let me know. We'll get you out there, get you the reps that you need, no more, no less, so that you can be ready on Saturdays.
What's it for a quarterback, Coach McSorley, so improvisational, you might not know where he's heading on one play. As a blocker for him, what do you have to maybe do differently, or what does it motivate you to do, knowing that you could really take off at any time?
I mean, it's exciting, and it makes you feel more at ease as an offensive lineman, that maybe, guy kind of gets one step on you, and it's not like, hey, it's game over. It's like, this kid could still take it to the house. You have no idea. And it's the same thing with blocking for Saquon, really, is if you just take that one extra step, hustle for that one extra second, I mean, these guys can make plays at anything. If you get beat off the snap, it's not game over for a guy like Trace. If you can recover and just kind of ride the guy past him, I mean, he can make huge plays out of it still.
What's the biggest thing you've seen Conor Governor improving just as being a center from week 1 until now?
His leadership, as far as kind of that center is a position that, whether you like it or not, you're going to be a leader on the offensive line. And it's because you're communicating things, what you're seeing, what the defense is giving us, what we have to do up front. And that's somewhere that he's taking strides. I mean, he's communicating a lot better. He's communicating a lot more confident. I mean, when a guy's not really confident, he's kind of real quiet, and no one can hear what he's saying. But when he's confident, he's yelling it out, he's pointing out who we got to block and stuff like that. And he's doing a great job of that now.
Time for 2 more.
Andrew, what can you learn going into a game like this, on the road, big atmosphere, that you can't about a team having just played through home games?
I mean, atmosphere is a huge part of college football. And like I said, as well as we play on Saturdays at home, I mean, that credit to our fans, the student section, I mean, those guys really help us out. And that's the thing that the coaches are trying to do, is they want to get us prepared for every aspect of the game. And when you're playing at home, that's something you don't really have to worry about, is crowd noise and things like that. But the coaches are preparing us for all those things, all the way down to the pink locker room. He didn't want us walking in there going like, oh, wow, look at this, the locker room's pink. So he told us, the Sunday after we played Georgia State, showed us pictures, told us this is how it's going to be, just so that we can be prepared for every aspect of the game going in.
What's the loudest? Sure? Go. All right. What's the loudest place you've played at so far, besides here on the road?
It's going to be a tie between Rutgers and Ohio State, and you're going to say like Rutgers. That's weird. Yeah, I know. But I think they were illegally pushing in artificial noise when we played them. That's just a guess. I don't know, but I mean, I still remember that was when Brian Guy was playing right guard and I was right tackle, and from me to you away, we could not hear each other at all. But Ohio State, obviously, that's really loud. And Michigan is loud, but that's kind of more of an open stadium, and the bleachers are kind of farther away from the sidelines and from the field, whereas Ohio State's kind of more on top of you. And if you look at Iowa Stadium, I mean, they are on top of you. So going in, that's definitely something that obviously we've prepared for and got to be ready for.
Thanks, man.